You're going to be seeing a dramatic shift in this person's behavior towards you. Something about the realization hitting them, or a conversation that they had with a loved one or a family member. I also am receiving an aunt member coming through on the other side. This could be in relation to your mom, but there's something very nurturing about this energy, guiding you, wanting what is best for you. So with the Hierophant energy coming through, this is somebody who believes in traditional values. So this person is very, very family oriented. And I'm also hearing that this person either wants to introduce you to their family or include you in their family. It's as if this person already views you as family. But like I said, this is coming after a dramatic shift. It's almost like this person either had a dream about you or just in meditation received a vision about your future together. And I'm hearing the words set in stone. And again, this person happens to be looking at this stone, and it's almost like praying over it. And so maybe this is something that your person has been asking for with the Ace of Gems coming through. It's almost like you are both being sent to each other after a time of lack and struggle. And I'm also picking up the word desperation when it comes to desiring a healthy relationship, a healthy partner in love. You are each other's reward. And I'm hearing eternal reward, not to freak you out, but this feels like something that is going to be lifelong. The time that you have to spend with another on this earth is going to be spent together. And I'm seeing a lot of sunset walks on the beach, so vacationing could be significant here, but specifically just walking together in silence, like genuinely enjoying each other's company is what's coming through. And I feel like this person just puts your soul at ease. Like this is somebody who doesn't have, it's like they don't have high expectations for you that they don't also have for themselves. And so this person is taking action in their life to be the strongest version of themselves. And this is coming from an energy of, I'm hearing, manipulation, lack of understanding, also lack of care, lack of nurturing in past relationships. I'm also seeing that this person hasn't exactly had it easy in past relationships. I feel like they've had to I almost feel like they've worn rose-colored glasses in love before, and they have also been mistreated and misunderstood when it comes to love with someone. Like I'm hearing this person was always held up against a wall, and maybe you're familiar with this. Maybe this is a conversation that you've had with this person about what traumas they've experienced in past relationships, or maybe you haven't needed to have that conversation at all, and it's just something that is understood between the two of you. Whatever the case, this feels like a connection where the both of you can be safe together. Like both of you can feel secure within yourselves as well as with each other. And we do have Six of Roses, just confirming what we already know to be true, which is that there is victory in this connection. This leads to a happy ending and a new beginning. Like I'm seeing a lot of firsts for the two of you: buying a home together, getting a pet together, having children together, exploring business together. There's a lot of just newness, new adventures that you are going to be experiencing together. Yeah, with the Three of Gems. So you are going to be working together. You are meant to work together, not just in business and career, but also just as masculine and feminine energies. You are meant to work to bring a greater energy of love into this world. Ultimately bringing together community. Like I see the both of you surrounding by community that genuinely supports what true love is meant to be. We have the Nine of Gems and the Four of Wings coming out. You are going to have with this person what many people want. You are going to have with this person what many people, even in a way, idolize sometimes. A lot of people are not going to understand the work that it took to get to the place that you are going to be in security within your relationship with this person. And it's not for them to understand. This is for you to understand. You are genuinely meant to enjoy your time with this person. You're meant to enjoy being on the other side of the playing field, is what I'm being told. You're meant to enjoy having a partner versus having an opponent, which I'm feeling might be what you may have experienced more of in the past. With the Eight of Gems, perfectionism, you are going to meet this person at the perfect time, in the perfect way, and you are both going to be an energetic match for one another, is also what I'm being told. Or maybe you might have even met this person when one or the other of you was not an energetic match, but somehow it just moved, like the universe moved things around, or is currently moving things around for you to come together with this person in a way that can be only described as divine. And so if you are waiting for this to come in because of the Hermit card here, so this could have to do with you waiting for this connection to come in, waiting for this person to come back, or even just being in this connection and waiting for this person to wake up to the reality of what your connection is meant to be. We're ultimately being led to the Nine of Shells. So this is fulfillment. A wish fulfillment is about to come true for you. So expect that shift within your connection, a dramatic shift. Like I'm talking, this person is doing things they never did before. They're saying things they never said before. They're just acting so differently towards you because they realize that you are the one that they want to spend the rest of their life with. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you do feel called to dive in further at this time, my personal sessions are open and available. Energy readings, candle rituals, channeled angel messages, all of that you can find on my website if you click the link in my bio. And I look forward to channeling for you if and whenever you feel called. The reason why you are being surrounded by so many distractions and so much noise right now is because you are about to break out of whatever box, whatever ties, cords, anything that people have placed on you to keep you stuck, to keep you in their control, to keep you in this state of being easily manipulated or controlled. You, my love, you are not under attack. You are not being harmed. You are not being cursed. You are blessed. And that is why everything that is happening around you seems so, it's like, you could use the word icky or just like why did this person just do that or say that, or like, why is this happening? It's because you are so blessed. You are rising so high. It's like they're trying anything. Those lower vibrational energies are trying anything at this point. That's why it's so random, the things that are happening to you. That's why it's like literally like, what is that? Like, why did that even just happen? It's like the last ditch efforts to pull you down, and it's not going to work. You're just beginning. Like, I feel like everything is about to begin for you. The life that you've always dreamed of, or the Princess of Hearts, it's like, start planning, start feeling, start affirming this to yourself, that it's here, that this is the reality you're living in, because this is the reality you chose for yourself. Oh my God, you want to know what it is? You don't even realize that you just came out of a dark night of the soul. You don't even realize that you just came out of a dark night of the soul because it was so subtle, because you've mastered yourself so much with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You've mastered yourself so much that you don't even realize what you just came out of. You don't even realize what was fully happening. Like, that was actually a darkness for you, like a dark time period. But it seemed so much lighter than, of course, the Ten of Pentacles came back out because I didn't pull it off the bottom of the deck. You didn't even realize, because that's how much stronger you've become. It was a test. It was literally a test to see if you would keep going. And now you're about to get everything because you're choosing. And it might be even in this moment, or it might have been a realization that like just occurred to you maybe a day ago or 2 days ago. It was all a test with the Six of Hearts here. Yeah, you're closing out this cycle. You're moving into a cycle of just pure love, pure bliss, pure pleasure. It's like childlike innocence and joy and excitement and adventure. Oh my God. It was literally a dark night of the soul. You didn't even realize, because that's how strong you are. And you were so graceful through it. You held your head high. You showed up for yourself in the moments that you needed to. With the 7 of Hearts here, and now you get to receive love from like all areas of your life. Support, guidance from all areas of your life. You're coming out of this, it's like clouded headspace that was surrounding you. You want to know what? People were projecting onto you. People were heavily projecting onto you. And I say that very lightly, because the thing is that you are divinely blessed. You are divinely protected, and that means that nothing and no one can stand against you and stay. Like nothing and no one can come against you and prevail. Because you are the definition of success. You are the definition of victory. You are the definition of blessed. You are this light being. You vibrate at a frequency of not just love, but also truth and authenticity. And because of that, you will be eternally blessed in this lifetime. And surrounded by good things, surrounded by good people. You're moving into a time of your life where you have, committed relationships, committed friendships, committed financial abundance. Like everything that you are moving forward into is commitment, because you committed to yourself even when it got so dark, even when you were going through this dark night of the soul. You were still committed. You were still moving forward at the best that you could. You said no to lower vibrational choices that previously would have dragged you down to a really deep place. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And I'm so excited for you, because there's a lot of interesting things taking place for you as you come out of this. And as you, it's like sink back into your power. Like align back with that divine frequency that radiates from within you. I think there's going to be a few things that you don't expect to happen for you. One of them is definitely surrounding love, for sure. Like something is taking place, or a conversation is taking place, with the Hierophant card here, with the Strength card coming out after. Mr. Slow Moving isn't going to be Mr. Slow Moving anymore. Let's just say that. My dear soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. If these words have stirred something inside you, if you felt even the slightest tug on your heart while listening, know that it was not by accident. You were meant to hear this message today. Right now, place your hand over your heart and speak these words aloud. I am chosen. I am loved. I am not forgotten. God sees me. God knows me. My love is sacred. My breakthrough is coming. My story is not over. Say it again. And this time, don't just speak the words. Feel them. Let them reach the parts of you that have been carrying silent pain. Let them comfort the wounds no one else can see. Let them remind you that even in the moments when you felt unseen or left behind, heaven never took its eyes off you. Heaven never, the chapter you are living right now is not the end of your story. God is still writing. God is still moving. God is still working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. So hold on. Keep believing. Keep trusting. And if this message touched your heart, please share it with someone else. There is someone out there crying in silence and questioning their worth, wondering if anyone cares them, wondering if God still remembers them. your share could be the very sign they have been praying for. If you feel led to support this mission of spreading God's love and prophetic encouragement across the world, you can do so through a super thanks. Every gift, whether small or large, helps us continue reaching hearts that are desperate for hope, healing, and reassurance. May God bless every generous soul who gives. May He multiply your kindness, strengthen your faith, open doors that no one can shut, and pour unexpected blessings into your life. May He restore what has been lost, heal what has been broken, and bring every promise He has spoken over you into fulfillment at the perfect time. Thank you for being part of this faith-filled family. Together, we are more than a community. We are a gathering of souls learning to trust God's timing, walk in His love, and believe that miracles are still possible. And remember, no matter what you are facing today, you are chosen, you are loved, you are seen, and you are never alone. There is a particular kind of strength that looks from the inside like simply getting through another day. It does not feel heroic. It does not feel like the stuff meant for transformation or spiritual significance or any of the language that gets applied to difficulty in retrospect. When the hard part is over and the story has a shape that makes sense, from the inside, it just feels like continuing, like choosing again and again in the small and unglamorous moments that no one witnesses to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep saying yes to yourself, even when every external circumstance is giving you reasons to say no. That is what you have been doing, possibly for longer than you realize. Possibly through something darker than you have fully allowed yourself to name. Because here is the thing about a dark night of the soul, the real kind, not the dramatic kind that announces itself and demands to be acknowledged, but the subtle kind that moves through you quietly, disguised as ordinary difficulty. It does not always feel like darkness when you are inside it. Sometimes it feels like fog, like a heaviness you keep adjusting to, like a version of normal that is slightly off, but not so off that you stop and say, something is wrong here. You just keep moving through it, keep functioning, keep being, by most visible measures, completely fine. And then one day, without any dramatic announcement, the fog lifts and you look back at where you just were and understand with a clarity that was not available to you while you were inside it what that actually was. You just came through something real, and you did it with a grace that should honestly take your breath away. But before we talk about what is ahead, and there is so much ahead, something needs to be said about the person on the other side of this story. The one whose behavior is about to change in a way that will be impossible to miss. This is not someone who changes quickly. That much has probably been evident for a while. They move through love the way certain people move through all important decisions carefully, slowly, with the particular thoroughness of someone who has learned through experience that rushing towards something does not guarantee you arrive at the right version of it. They observe, they assess, they take their time in a way that can feel from the outside like indifference, even when it is actually the opposite. But something has happened to this person, or something is about to happen. A conversation, a dream, a moment of solitary reflection that arrived unannounced and brought with it a clarity so sudden and so complete that the careful, measured pace they have been maintaining simply cannot survive it. They are going to realize something that changes everything. Not a new piece of information, necessarily. More like an old truth finally landing in the right place, moving from the intellectual understanding of this person matters to me, to the visceral, bone deep knowing of I cannot continue to take my time with this. Not anymore. Not when I understand what I am actually holding. And what they are holding, when they finally allow themselves to look at it clearly, is you. Not a version of you they have constructed from a distance. The actual you, the one who has been moving through their own fog with quiet dignity, who has been choosing themselves in the small moments that nobody claps for, who has been maintaining something essential and whole in themselves through circumstances that gave them every reason to fracture. This person has been watching. That is not nothing. The watching has been building a picture, and the picture that has been building is one that, when they finally allow themselves to see it completely, is going to stop them in their tracks. They are family-oriented in a way that goes to their core. Traditional, not in a rigid sense, but in the sense of someone who believes in things that last, in commitment, in showing up, in the kind of love that grows more solid with time rather than more complicated. And when they look at you through that lens, when they ask themselves the question that people who value lasting things eventually ask, is this the person I want to build something real with? The answer is arriving with a force that leaves no room for the hesitation they have been living inside, set in stone. That is the phrase that keeps surfacing. Something about what they feel for you has arrived at that quality, not tentative, not conditional, not still being decided. Decided. Permanent. The kind of knowing that does not require further evidence because it is already complete. You are each other's reward. want to say that plainly and let it sit, because it's one of the truest and most meaningful things of this entire story. Both of you have come through periods of real difficulty in love. Not just the ordinary difficulty of relationships that ran their course, the deeper kind. The kind that involves being misunderstood by someone you were trying to love well, being held up against impossible standards. Wearing rose-colored glasses past the point where the evidence made them impossible to justify, because you wanted so badly for something to be what you needed it to be. Both of you know what it is to be mistreated by someone you trusted with the softer parts of yourself. Both of you know the particular exhaustion of loving in conditions that didn't love you back with equal honesty or care. And both of you, despite that, despite the accumulated weight of it, kept something intact. Kept the capacity for real love alive in themselves through everything that tried to diminish it. That is not luck. That is character. And it is the foundation of why this connection carries the quality it carries. Two people who have been through the fire of love done wrong, arriving at each other with the full and painful and beautiful understanding of what love done right actually requires. Here is the insight that I keep returning to, the one that feels most important to carry forward into everything that comes next. The safety you will find in this connection is just not emotional. It is existential. What I mean by that is this: there are relationships that feel safe because nothing difficult happens in them. Because both people are careful and polite and manage themselves sufficiently that genuine friction is avoided. That kind of safety is not really safety. It is suppression wearing the costume of peace. And then there's the other kind. The kind where you are safe not because nothing hard happens, but because you know, in your body, in the part of you that registers truth before your mind has finished processing it, that the person beside you is on your side. That when something difficult arises, as it always does in any real relationship, you are facing it together rather than facing each other. That you are partners rather than opponents. That is what you are moving toward. A partnership so genuine that the people around you will recognize it as something rare, even if they cannot immediately name what makes it different. And the life that is coming, the shared life, the one built from firsts and small joys and the quiet pleasure of someone whose presence simply makes things easier, is more detailed and more beautiful than even your most hopeful imaginings of it. And have been sunset walks, shared silences. The particular piece of being with someone who does not require you to perform or manage or be anything other than exactly who you are. A home built together. Adventures chosen together. A community that forms around the two of you. Not because you sought it out, but because genuine love has a gravity of its own that draws good things in. Children, perhaps. Shared work, certainly. The multiplication of what each of you has built individually into something of you could have arrived at alone. Not because your individual efforts were insufficient, but because some things are simply designed to be created in partnership. You are going to have what many people spend their entire lives wishing for and never quite finding. And the reason that is coming to you is not luck. It is the direct consequence of everything you chose to be and everything you refused to stop being through the hardest stretches of your journey. But let's come back to right now and to this moment, to what is happening in the immediate present, because it matters as much as any future vision. You have been surrounded by noise lately, by strange, random, slightly inexplicable disruptions, things that made you pause and wonder, why is this happening? Where is this even coming from? And the answer, as counterintuitive as it might feel to hear it, is that the disruptions are a sign of your elevation. What Jamun is trying to pull you down is doing so because it cannot keep pace with where you are going. The lower the vibration, the more desperately it grasps at things that are rising above it. And you are rising steadily, undeniably, in the quiet way that real growth actually happens rather than the dramatic way we imagine it should. None of what has been thrown at you has worked. None of it will. Not because you are impervious to pain. You are not, and that tenderness is actually part of your power, but because you are protected in a way that is not circumstantial. It is structural. It is woven into who you are and what you have chosen to become. And no amount of external disruption can undo what has been built from the inside. You who moved through a dark night of the soul so gracefully that you barely recognized it as darkness, are standing at a threshold right now, not the middle of the road, not still in the hard part, the threshold, the place where everything that was being prepared is about to begin arriving. The season of pure receiving, of love from unexpected directions, of support that shows up without being asked for, of abundance that reflects the investment you have been making in yourself for longer than you have been given credit for. The commitment you maintained with yourself through the fog, through the testing, through the moments where a lower version of your choices would have been understandable and nobody would have blamed you. is now returning to you in every form. Committed love, committed friendship, committed security, everything moving forward carries the quality of something solid because you became solid first. And that person, the slow one, the careful one, the one who has been taking their time in a way that has required your patience, is about to show you something you did not expect. They are going to move. Not tentatively, not with the hedge-measured energy of someone still making up their mind. With the full force of someone who has made a decision and is done deliberating. They are going to say things they have not said, do things they have not done, show up in a way that makes the waiting feel suddenly and completely like it was exactly the right length of time because you were being prepared for each other. Not as a romantic platitude, as an actual truth about timing and readiness and what becomes possible when two people arrive at the same door at the same moment, both carrying everything the other one needs. The threshold is here. You are standing on it. And what is on the other side is the life you kept choosing yourself to deserve, even when you were too tired to call it by that name. Even when it felt like nothing more than simply janking through another day. It was never just getting through. It was always building toward this.